to Hotspot Online Television. I'm your host, Aisha Betty Rogers. With international news summary, please follow, like, share, comment, and subscribe. China has announced that it will host the Shanghai Cooperation Organization (SCO) summit in the northern city of Tianjin from August 31st to September 1st, while simultaneously condemning global hegemonism and power politics. The announcement was made by China's Assistant Foreign Minister Lu Bin on Friday, who emphasized the necessity for world leaders to cooperate on development amid ongoing power politics. The leader of a cult-like Christian group once backed by the Church of England has been convicted of sexually abusing 9 women in his congregation after a jury returned their final verdicts on Thursday. The hunger crisis in Gaza is at a tipping point, with critically low supplies of fortified milk and special nutritious pastes exacerbating food storage and pushing greater numbers of children into starvation, according to aid agencies, malnutrition experts, and the United Nations. A fire burned aboard a U.S. Navy warship anchored off Okinawa for 12 hours, injuring 2 sailors. A statement from the Navy's 7th Fleet in Japan said, the fire aboard the USS New Orleans, an amphibious transport dock ship with a crew of more than 360 sailors and capable of carrying 800 troops, began about 4 p.m. local time on Wednesday and was extinguished early Thursday morning. 2 Palestinian prisoners advocacy groups say detainees for Gaza are enduring severe torture and humiliating treatment inside Israeli detention facilities across the occupied territories. The Palestinian Prisoners Society (PPS) and the Palestinian Authorities Commission of Detainees and Ex-Detainees Affairs released a report detailing systematic mistreatment. At least 5 bodies have been recovered from shallow graves at a site in Kenya, where victims of a religious cult are suspected to have been buried, officials in the East African country have said. Nigeria has deported 50 Chinese nationals and 1 Tunisian convicted of cyber-terrorism and internet fraud as part of a crackdown on foreign-led cybercrime networks, the country's anti-graft agency said on Thursday. Since the clampdown was launched on August 15 by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), in partnership with the Immigration Service, 102 people have now been deported. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has called on global partners, particularly Japan, to shift from aid-based engagement to investment-focused collaboration with Africa. Speaking at the plenary session on the economy at the Tokyo International Conference on Africa Development, TICAD, Ramaphosa said Africa is ready to shape its future amid a rapid evolving global landscape. In a dramatic show of authority at the Oval Office on Monday, U.S. President Donald Trump positioned top European leaders around his work desk like chastised and submissive school children before a farm headmaster. The optics were unmistakable, Trump sitting at the center, issuing directives, while his European counterpart sat silently and pensively, evoking a scene of power imbalance and quiet humiliation. Vladimir Putin is demanding that Ukraine give up all of the eastern Donbas region, renounce ambitions to join NATO, remain neutral, and keep Western troops out of the country. 3 sources familiar with top-level Kremlin thinking. The Russia president met Donald Trump in Alaska on Friday for the first Russia-US summit in more than 4 years and spent almost all of their 3 hours closed meeting discussing what a compromise on Ukraine might look like.